Hawick and Ayr then come onto the field of play, out of the dressing rooms and onto the biggest stage in Scottish rugby for this Under-16s Cup final on a crisp but very cold Friday evening here in the capital. It's HAWICK Albion against AYR-WELLINGTON in a Scottish National Youth Under-16s final. Quite the occasion, and a big support have headed from Hawick to watch Andrew Mitchell captain this HAWICK Albion side. Plenty of pace and power in the forwards and backs, and they'll take on an AYR-WELLINGTON side this evening who've made their way through from Ayrshire. Of course, a bit like Hawick, with Hawick High School and the rugby club, Wellington School and Ayr working very well together to produce the likes of Ollie Mossy, who captains the Ayr side today. Hawick players like their Ayr counterparts in a pre-match huddle. Action then, early stages, a chance for Ayr to play it through the hands, quickly taken on there by Chris Bain, but that's a forward pass as he tried to release Jonathan Easton down the left-hand channel. Paul Brunton then feeding the ball into the scrum. It shows the power and strength of that Ayr scrum as Hawick were forced backwards there. It's all a little bit untidy, but played nicely by Tate. Quickly through the hands. Now Mitchell, away he goes. This is what he loves. The inside centre and Hawick captain over the 10-metre line, but clawed to the ground there. Jake Jacobson with a good tackle. The Ayr fullback. Hawick looking to recycle quickly through Brunton. Back it goes. The chip kick ahead. And that just going straight into touch. But good imagination shown. And Mitchell playing a captain's part early on. Line out taken cleanly. And Ayr get it through the hands. Quick touch there for Doolan at scrum half. The centre's now trying to link up, and the fullback Jacobson offers himself out to that right hand side. Chris Easton, the pace of Easton, the chip kick ahead, the chase is on. But that just trundles into touch inside that 22. Let's watch this again. He was able to beat the covering tackler, then played the ball over the head of Bailey Donaldson, but it just trundled into touch. Scott Cleland then finding the number 8, McClarty, onto McLucky, the loose head prop. His route to the line is blocked off by good solid Hawick defence. Doolan on towards Mossy, the skipper, but he's caught 4 metres short of the try line. Doolan again, playing it down the blind side once more. The forwards now beginning to build a charge on here. Over they go for the opening score. Their hooker Cleland was in the mix there. He, I think, has perhaps been awarded the try. Perfect angle here. As you can see, the determination of Cleland, the hooker. It is indeed Cleland with the opening score. He set it all up with his throw-in at the line-out, of course. And he's hugged by all his teammates. A good start for the side that have made the journey through from the west. Jake Jacobson from out wide. I don't think he's put enough on that. No, it's short of the uprights, an unconverted score. Ayr then building up towards their own 10-metre line. Taken on by Bain at outside centre. Jacobson goes in a little mazy. Is tackled there by Mully Bannerman. Ayr looking to recycle quickly. From Doolan on to Morrison. Carried forward. Cleland, the try scorer, up over the 10-metre line. Almost tackled there by his opposite number, but this time it's Walker who puts a very solid tackle in the back row for Hawick. Ayr quickly recycle. Down this right-hand side they go once more. Lanny with the pass out wide, but Chris Easton couldn't gather the ball in. In towards the front of the line, Ben Murdoch jumps highest, and Hawick determined to try and get back on level terms as they try and build an attack into Ayr territory. And Ayr this time concede the penalty. Be interesting to see what Hawick choose to do here. I think Bailey Donaldson is calling for the ball. The fullback then for Hawick. Nice clean strike. Over it goes. 3 points for Hawick. And they're back to within 2 of Ayr. Ayr got this Hawick defence under a bit of pressure once more on the edge of the Hawick 22. Bullock carries it forward, breaks the initial tackle. Caught within 5 metres of the try line. Ayr looking to recycle very quickly indeed. Their scrum half is in position if required. Ledgerwood though picks and drives to within 3 metres of that try line. He's got to release the ball. He's in an awkward position there. And Hawick do enough to stifle the latest Ayr charge to the line. And they'll be able to clear from the 22. Paul Brunton. Hawick playing it through the hands in towards the midfield. Mitchell with the offload. This time it comes to the fullback Donaldson. Strong left foot boot there from Donaldson over the head of his opposite number. Jake Jacobson slides in under pressure there by James Delaney. Doolan thinks about the box kick, comes off the arms of Evan Alexander and will be an Ayr throw-in. Mitchell, little lateral. Mitchell still, he's got it though, tries to straighten up now, up against Jonathan Easton, but Mitchell is forced into touch. A very wide pitch here at Murrayfield, but not quite wide enough on this occasion for the Hawick captain. A little bit of afters there as well, showing what it means for these players. Let's watch this again though. Mitchell, again, going very wide, then straightens himself up, but showing the pace as well and good covering defence of Jonathan Easton to force the Hawick captain in touch. Cleland then to the back of the line. Doolan on towards Lanny. The inside centre is caught there. A good challenge by Restate before Lanny could reach the 22. Doolan goes in again. Hawick penalised for not rolling away. And the Ayr scrum half then goes on a little run. Good play, Wilson in support. The look forward couldn't release Jonathan Easton down this left-hand side. Play continues, but the referee has spotted the knock-on. Doolan on towards his skipper, Mossy. Plants the ball back towards Doolan. Morrison, the midfield now getting involved for Ayr. Jacobson on this right-hand side. The pass doesn't quite find Chris Easton, and that will be the last action of a very exciting first half. Cleland towards the middle of the line. Doolan. Morrison, lovely pass inside. Bain tries to pick his way through the Hawick defence. Good cover tackling there by Hawick, just on halfway. Ayr building again. Cleland onto Mossy. Mossy, good running here from the number 7 on towards Jonathan Easton. But Easton's kick going into touch there. Good break there from Ayr. This Hawick scrum under a bit of pressure, but it's picked up at the base. Quick hands, Donaldson on towards Mitchell. We've seen this already this evening from Andrew Mitchell, the Hawick skipper. A driving run up towards the 22. Brunton goes in once more. Tries to find Billy McNeil. He couldn't quite control it. The advantage coming Ayer's way. They're working it from between the 10 and the 22 in their own half just now. Doolan again on towards Cleland, the try scorer. That try coming after 14 minutes. The acceleration now off the left winger. Away goes Jonathan Easton over the 10-metre line. Cuts inside. Wilson was up with play. A pacey look forward. The momentum has dropped ever so slightly as Doolan goes in once again. Gets hands on the ball. Feeds it in towards Jacobson. The kick is an intelligent one and he's gathered well there by Finn and Gordon Woolley, who's caught just outside his own 22. Excellent start to the second half by both teams. A thoroughly entertaining contest as Hawick are prepared to take the ball into contact at the moment. Brunton again has a look at what he can do here. That was allowed to bounce, but good work again by Restate, who carries it a few metres beyond his own 22. Nice and central. That ball was spilled, but it comes back towards Walker, who's alongside Tate in the back row for Hawick this evening, with Billy McNeil at number 8. Brunton again goes in. Feeds the ball back then to Donaldson. Donaldson with an intelligent kick. Bounces on halfway. That's a kind bounce. And is taken on by Brodie Graham, but the referee had spotted the infringement. Brunton then goes in just on halfway. On towards the industrious Billy McNeil, carrying it into a clutch of Ayr players. Brunton again will feed it down that right-hand side, nice and central. Donaldson with the kick in towards the 22. Jacobson should be able to gather. Oh, his kick's been charged down. It's a foot race to the line. And it's not been gathered up here by Ayr. And Hawick are in for a score. Mully Bannerman has scored. That should never really have been a problem for Ayr. Jake Jacobson there, his kick was charged down. We watch here as Jonathan Easton couldn't gather the bouncing ball. Mully Bannerman was the recipient of that gift. And Hawick find themselves 8-5 in front. This conversion, adding the extra 2 points. Donaldson makes no mistake. Hawick pressing here. Ayr could well concede the penalty, which they do. That's a huge kick then for Donaldson. Hawick would be 2 scores clear if it's good, and it is. Murrayfield then on edge as Ayr are building just on the edge of that Hawick 22. The midfield linking up with Jacobson again at fullback, taking the ball up to within just a fraction of that 22-metre line. And this time Hawick not releasing, Ayr wanting to get on with it, not surprisingly. Jonathan Easton with a kick to the corner. 4 minutes of this game remaining. Remember, just a 70-minute match. Taken again cleanly towards the middle of the line. The drive on here by McLuckie, and he's over for the score. The loose head prop at a vital time in the game, a lifeline for Ayr. Lovely line-out ball. He came onto it at pace, and he was not going to be denied a crucial score. And Ayr are back to within 3 points. Jake Jacobson then, right-footed. Is it swinging in? It's just wide of the upright. So Hawick have a 3-point lead to protect in the closing stages. Morrison quickly through the hands of the midfield. Lanny. That wasn't going to find McCartney, just a bit too high. The referee bringing play back though for a high challenge. Last gasp stuff now from Ayr. Hawick will try and force them into making a mistake and infringing. Great tackle there again from Mitchell. And they have conceded, have Ayr. A vital time now. Bailey Donaldson, I'd imagine he's just going to calm things down and thunder this one into the stand, and then they'll see the celebrations from the Hawick camp. There he goes, it's all over, full time. Hawick Albion are winners by 13 points to 10. The under-16 trophy will be heading back down to Hawick, and they'll be celebrating tonight with good reason. A thoroughly entertaining cup final. There is Rocky Johnston, a very experienced campaigner in the green of Hawick, and you can see what it means to the players. Clenched fists, delighted looks, but a dejected Ayr team will applaud Hawick as they make their way up to receive the silverware. A great moment for these youngsters to win at the National Stadium. Hawick then, their captain Andrew Mitchell, will have been dreaming about this for a long time now. He's received the Man of the Match award. Excitement then in the main stand as the Hawick players making their way up the steps at Murrayfield to collect their winners' medals and of course the trophy. This is a lovely moment, especially at the National Stadium. Paul Goldie gets the medal round his neck. James Delaney is in behind him. Moises Silvera, the hooker as well. Just one at a time they go to get their medals. And Andrew Mitchell, they will lift this trophy as one. They've been united all the way. Hawick Albion then, winners of the Under-16s Youth League Cup Final trophy.
Shocked, can't really explain it in words really. For being 5-3 doing the first half, being under pressure on our own line for about half an hour. On our own line, hard in our defence, hard in our own, and then it's just the pride kicked in. Everything, all the boys stood up, held their own, couldn't ask for a better team to do it with really.
The Hawick spirit was there.
Oh aye, certainly.
It was really good by the boys. Trained hard over the past 2 weeks and came away with a victory.
It's been a big build-up, hasn't it? Perthshire and, of course, against Mackey, and now the big one up here. What was the experience like? Home of Scottish rugby.
It was a good experience. It was a bit scary. I was nervous since I woke up and got out there. It was kind of fine, but managed to come away with it.
The heart showed by the boys is unbelievable, like, still in shock, really.
And what an experience, though. I mean, this is the National Stadium, BT Murrayfield. It's where it all happens. It's where we saw Hoggy, of course, from Hawick, scored a couple of tries only a few days ago. And now you're playing on the big pitch, age 15 years old.
Aye, I mean, it's always been a dream, really, for since I was 2 years old, being up at the club at Lanham. And now bringing it to here, it's a dream come true, really. I mean, to get the win as well is unbelievable. I can't explain it just now.
We just took our chances and they didn't, and we'd worked all week on chop tackles because we knew we'd be big boys, and I suppose it worked.
Well, I've spoken to 30, 40-year-olds who have been playing rugby all their lives. I've never got near BT Murrayfield pitch, the National Stadium. You guys have done it early on. This is surely something which will lift the spirits of the boys and put them on to bigger things.
I mean, our under-18s, Hawick under-18s are going well now as well, so for the boys stepping up next year, we've got a really strong youth setup at Hawick as well, so everybody's talented in that. So
and they're all very ambitious.
Oh yes, exactly. It's like Stuart Hogg set Hawick on fire, set the borders on fire. We set Scotland on fire, but unbelievable.
Well, it's been a fantastic experience, a great win for you. Go and enjoy it now, I'm sure you will.
Oh, I am sure I will.
No alcohol though.
No, definitely not.